Well, I gave you my word and brought you here as promised. But by all that's still holy, I wish I'd never returned to this accursed place. This fetid jungle can't be the fair Kurast I left behind. I don't know what all this evil is, my friend, but it's obvious that you must stop it. I only pray that you can before the jungle consumes the last vestiges of my beloved homeland.
This is the story of the Golden Bird and the quest's original appearance in Diablo 2. Our story picks up after our journey from Lane to a distant land of Kurast. Upon arrival in this strange, overgrown city, we learn from a surprised Mephisto that this is not the Kurast he once knew. We see a local man garbed in red cloth waiting to greet us on the docks, who introduces himself, saying,
"Welcome to Kurast, traveler. Few come willingly to this ancient city anymore. I hope you brought your wits with you, for sanity is in short supply here. My name is Ratli. I am a sorcerer skilled in metalwork. It'd be a pleasure to help you. I don't have many customers these days." As you can see, the populace has been brutally decimated by the forces of Mephisto. The canals run red with blood, and demons roam the land. The wretched jungle hell has already reclaimed much of Kurast. The only safety you'll find is here at the dockside, where a magical warding holds the jungle evils at bay. But I don't know how long it will last. To make matters worse, the children of Zakharum are in league with the forces of Mephisto. The Zakharum have concentrated their power in the temple city of Travancore, located within Kurast deep in the jungle wilderness. It's true, their zeal is unmatched, but I say the so-called warriors of light are nothing more than the twisted puppets of a hidden hand.
Just as the young ruler Jeren welcomed us with grim news upon our arrival to Lane, so too does the sorcerer Hralti inform us that Kurast has suffered a similar fate. No doubt thanks to the baleful presence of Mephisto. Compounding the insult to injury is that the Zakharum was indeed the foundation of our very own order of paladins. However, the faith had since fractured due to a rebellion by my own brothers, who could sense the corruption that Mephisto had wrought on the order, the remnants of which are now confirmed to be in league with the Lord of Hatred himself. We promise we will avenge our brothers and bring light back to this land. But first, we must acquaint ourselves with the denizens of Kurast to learn more of this magical ward that protects the land and how to best plan our next move, if it's not already too late. As we make our way east through the hodgepodge of huts above a ramshackle town interconnected by docks, we spy a warrior in red attire intermingling with villagers meandering about. Next to a great fire is a deadly woman in black. She introduces herself saying,
"Greetings, hero. I've heard of your exploits and I'm quite impressed. Very few mortals are capable of dealing with the three and their minions as you have. My name is Natalia. I am a hunter of evil, part of an ancient order sworn to hunt down corrupted sorcerers. If I could, I would gladly join your quest to stop the three, but I must wait here for further news. I can't predict what will happen, but the danger is greater than we can know. Until I receive my orders, I'll assist you with the information I have."
I've heard of the hunters of evil. What a dangerous and remarkable trade, to track and hunt rogue sorcerers. It's honestly one I can get behind. Although she cannot aid us directly in our quest, something tells me she's itching for a good fight and will be an invaluable asset down the line. We then happen upon Decade Cain, standing looking perplexed at the jungle, who informs us,
"I've not set foot in glorious Kurast for many years, but I never would have imagined it could be so corrupted. Certainly this must be Mephisto's work. You'd best get going, my friend. Diablo and Baal are still out there, and you must find them."
Although Cain is correct, time is against us. If the tendrils of the Three's evil isn't enough to contend with, well, light preserve us when it comes to hacking through the tendrils of the overgrown jungle. We've suffered enough in the desert. This humidity is absolutely wretched. It feels like walking on the inside of your own mouth. We then head around a stone temple structure and see underfoot chalk markings, which seem to be the magical warding Hralti first spoke of, and muse to ourselves, it must be a powerful magic to protect the city from a prime evil. But nothing will forever hold the collective will of the Three. Head down and studying the mystic markings, we bump into an imposing figure and look up to see a bald man with a solemn face who's intensely studying us as if he is almost peering through us somehow and reading into something unknown. The man holds a staff with a rising sun on top, who in a slow, syrupy cadence introduces himself as Ormus.
You now speak to Ormus, good paladin. He was once a great mage, but now lives like a rat in a sinking vessel. You have questions for Ormus, and doubt in yourself. Ormus sees a strange dichotomy in you, as he does in all would-be heroes. Speak to him, and he may grant you wisdom in turn, or turn from him and seek wisdom in thyself.
Ormus, the once great mage, may refer to himself now as a rat, when not in third person. However, there is an air of perception about him that is unmistakable, and we will no doubt seek his wisdom in the upcoming days. Making our way across the docks and tenuously stepping over the creaky boards in this heavy armor, we head west across the rainy village and step into a disheveled hut that appears to be some form of barracks, and are surprised to see at the end of the table a lone woman, barely clothed, casually feeding her pet snake. She glances over and says,
"Hello there. You must be a great adventurer to risk coming here. My name's Ashira, and I lead the mercenary band of mages known as the Iron Wolves. We've been hunting down demons in the jungle for months, but no matter how many of them we kill, they just keep coming. Seems this whole place has been overrun by evil. Rumor has it that you've come here to help. If that's true, then I'll let you hire some of my mercenaries. But be careful. If you piss them off, they can be worse than those monsters out in the jungle."
Like Grays and his mercenaries protecting Lut Gholein, the Iron Wolves are the men dressed in red that we'd spotted previously around the city. With the loss of Wahid in our battle against Duriel, we welcome her reportedly dangerous sword arm as a part of our party, and hire a man named Scorch, who ironically deals additional lightning damage. But we don't want to anger him by bringing it up, so under Ashira's advisement, we keep it to ourselves for now. Finally, we head to the end of the dock and see a small hut adorned with skulls of various creatures, some of which are human in appearance and on top of pikes. We step closer and see a preoccupied alchemist brewing away. We go to speak to him and he shoos at us before we can get a word edgewise, saying,
"Damn it, I wish you people would just leave me alone. Oh, you're new here, aren't you? I am Alkor the alchemist. I dabble in potions and salves, and I can sell you some if you really need them. But don't make a habit of coming here. I don't like to be disturbed while I'm studying."
And I thought Lysander was one of a kind. I guess this is a common trait of the men of science in Sanctuary. After introducing ourselves to the townsfolk, we head outside the village and into the sinister embrace of the suffocating jungle. Just outside the village, we see what appears to be the Dark Wanderer himself. We race at him and lunge to attack, but hit nothing, as it seems to be a false visage, and then disappears in a plume of mocking smoke, and leaves us to attack fleshy beasts in his stead. Without pausing, we press on further into the jungle with naught but a taste of the evil to come. We head into the dark recesses of the jungle, the air thickening, the humidity is palpable, and are met with the biggest mosquito-like sucker from our nightmares. It's not long after felling said sucker and seeing dead birds and fauna limply strewn about that we cross the path of fetishes, demonic small humanoids quick to attack in packs, chattering away like wretched rodents. After we kill the first snotty unique fetish, it drops a unique item and our quest updates, to which we remark,
Perhaps I could trade this for something more valuable.
checking what on earth we could find off this fetish and perhaps trade, we search our pack and find an unknown jade figurine and get the feeling this unique trinket, although small and doesn't have any bonus for warfare or a stat boon, nor does it have an aura of evil to it, may be of great import to someone native to the land. So we head back to the Kurast docks for further clues to its origin and perhaps value, as our quest log had instructed. But according to Ashira,
Only Deckard Cain can make sense of this.
with no other choice, we seek out Cain, who informs us.
Back in Lutgolain, Mephisto told me he had a fondness for jade figurines. On his trading voyages, he collected an odd assortment of such small statues. I would show him your figurine.
So Mephisto is a collector. This will certainly lift his mood. We head to Mephisto to inform him of the good news, and he joyfully declares,
Praise you. That jade figurine will complete the set I was collecting. Here, I've had this statuette of a golden bird for years, but I consider it a fair exchange.
Happy to help, yet a bit perplexed, as our quest has devolved quickly from hunting greater evils to an antique dealer in mere moments. Our quest once again tells us to see Deckard Cain of the true origins of the golden bird statuette, and we speak to the other villagers about its history, starting with Natalia, who says,
I'm having fun just watching you run from place to place searching for a golden bird. Some hero you are.
I see the village too is watching this unfold with some humor. Ashira then remarks,
Such a beautiful statuette. But you'd think it would have been better cared for. There's a compartment here that's full of dust.
I blame Mephisto for that one. Hralti then solves that mystery, saying,
You will have to take Kuile's ashes to Alkor.
We don't know who that is, but perhaps Cain could shed light on this, as he has a keen eye for identifying unknown items.
I've read legends about a sage named Kuile, who studied the mysteries of life beyond death. If I remember correctly, his ashes were ensconced within a golden statuette. It was a very strange tale.
This Kuile sounds like a necromancer, and the townsfolk seem to think Alkor might warm to me if I bring it to him. And our quest updates instructing us once more to do exactly that, so we head to the exterior of his hut to rap on his door once more, to which he says,
The golden bird of Kuile? Thank you, my friend. Busy yourself while I experiment with the ashes within it. Then return and see what I've made for you.
Experiment? We have no idea what he will do with the ancient ashes, but hope and pray he doesn't suffer the same fate as Kuile. And we have no choice but to learn more about the statue, to which Cain states,
So, Mephisto had the golden bird all along. I wonder if he knows what he gave up for that jade figurine.
Mephisto then muses,
Immortality is definitely not for me. Can you imagine having to wake up every night just to piss for the next 1,000 years?
Immortality. That seems to be a recurring theme of those foolish enough to seek power that isn't theirs. Ormus then recalls,
Ormus remembers the tale of Kuile. That venerable sage forgot that there is no life beyond death. There is only life. Once prolonged unnaturally, it can become a living hell.
So he did attempt to prolong his life. We better go check back on Alkor before he gets any ideas. Heading to his shack once more, Alkor greets us, still mortal and with a gift in hand.
From the ashes of Kuile, I have mixed for you a potion.
The quest is now officially complete upon talking to Alkor, and we receive a potion of life, which adds a welcome 20 points to vitality, and worth drinking the ashes of some dead guy that Alkor just fiddled with and ground up, and mixed with God knows what. But the taste is exactly as you'd imagine. That's it for the video. Please make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with upcoming lore videos out most weekdays at 7 PM PST. When they're on time, I apologize. And if you want to further the conversation, my social accounts are linked. I'd love to chat, and we have a brand new Discord to celebrate lore, and we'll be running a Diablo 4 guild in which all are welcome. Thanks for watching, and until next time, traveler.